early on here in the Dhabi T10. This fellow, though, out of Ireland, simply adores playing T10, and he loves this venue. Numbers to suggest that. If he can get in and get going, then look out. And Wasim, lovely striker of the cricket ball, as we all know and appreciate, cricket fans around the globe watching Mohammad Wasim. Those numbers are pretty useful as well. So 131 was made by the Tigers. The strikers will need that 132, and they'll be up against the wily nature of Shakib Al Hassan, who's going to get things underway here.
He sure is. Experience. He's got a great cricketing brain, and he's taking the ball and matters into his own hand. Yeah, he does love this venue, Sterlo. 600 T21, 700 T10 runs. Good intent. Bit of an in-swinger from Shakib. Showing the old arm ball early on. Sterlo giving himself a bit of room. All sides up. Oh. Quick single. Could be tight. Yeah, man on strike. Wasim, he's got the fastest 50 in this competition. Big swing and a miss from the big man, Sterlo. Needed to get a bit of a shift on there, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit deceptive in terms of between the wickets, Sterlo. When he wants to get cracking, he gets that burly frame moving. So let's see if Messrs Sterling and Wasim can get amongst things here to try and track down 132.
This is big. Is it out? He's got in. What a catch on the boundary. Take a bow.
Oh, well, from up here in our privileged position, I thought it was going all the way as well, Nick Compton. Not quite got all of it. I've got to say, big boundary square. We know that here at Zayed. And it's into the surface. Chases Wasim, does Shakib. Smart bowling, shut it down a little bit. But hey, let's have some Jordan airtime. Mustafa, what a good take on the boundary. And he's got to go early here, does Wasim. He's out for a duck. It's 2 for 1.
Well, it's all happening at the Zayed Stadium. 2 for 1, and Azam Khan, the big man, he saw him behind the stumps taking a few catches and diving, but now he's in. He's in early. 120 runs from 7 matches. Just take the single early on. Dangerous batsman Azam Khan. Saw him in the KPL this year. He can hit a big ball. This is the wicket. He goes big. There'll be no 50 off 12 balls. He's done it before. Fantastic catch on the boundary.
Yeah, I like that too from Shakib. We've gone about not trying to spin it. He's not going to with the new seed. But the use of the crease and the speed of through the air, very good. Oh, and again, see, he shuts that down. I mean, Sterling sort of knows what it's about, but he can't get up with it. 3 for 1 after 1.
So the New York Strikers getting their first hit out in season 6. The new franchise. Welcome to T10 cricket, Sterling. Well, they've got the Irishman at the top of the order. I feel pretty safe with him. It's a new bowler now, Jake Ball. Strikers 3 for 1. Right on quick. See if he can get any movement out of this wicket. And he does early on. Does them all ends up. Azam Khan had no idea what was going on there. Back of the bat, but gets 4 runs.
And I just wonder about the field set with no third, given what Jake Ball's about in terms of the right-handed Azim Khan on strike. So you get 2 right-handers out there, and this is what he's good at. He just gets a little bit of shape, often just enough out, but he's into the surface sort of bowler. So I think, again, he's going with the same field.
Azam Khan, he doesn't waste any time. Boom! I think it's a 6. Have a look at a boundary check here. Just have a look.
Yeah, Ramel Martinez, I think he's just asking Alex Wharf for a replay just to see if it's hit it flush or is it on the half volley. Might have to have another look at this, Mr. Wharf.
It's on the full.
Younger eyes from Nick Compton.
Knew I'd come in use at some point, Danny. 6 being confirmed there. Azam Khan, he's gone early. Jake Ball under pressure. This one's up and over again. Will it kick on? No, it just dies. Gets a shift on.
Again, I just wonder with the field, because of he is an into the surface bowler, and you're on about this, Nick, in the first innings. You see, it's at length. So if you've got a third, he would have run in and he would have gobbled this. But he's still going with that deep backward square and a man at forward point on the fence. Of course, only 2 men outside the power play. We all appreciate that. Yeah, I just wonder about this field set.
Yeah, good call, Danny. That'll be a wide, but there's a bit of movement out there, isn't there? You just feel like, does it just come up? There's a bit of dew out there. Sometimes there can be. Perhaps a little bit too much wind, but the ball is seaming around. You sort of feel like, Jake, come on, get in a third man, get it back. It's ball a bit of pace, get it up around Azam Khan. Such wide boundaries as well. You sort of think maybe have a crack at something short, try and get him hooking out there into the wind even.
Yeah, and that, I get that with the field set with the big boundary, but I just think, as you've mentioned, into the surface, and he's good at that. It's a new ball. That's your stop trade too, Jake Ball.
Agreed. Azam's got different ideas. It's move across and swat.
Yeah, not bad. Owner likes it. And part of the entertainment. So mid-crease, he's gone with a little off-cutter, gone with a bit of pace off. Of course, Azim Khan is no stranger to going in this direction over mid-wicket. Too easy.
Yeah, a bit of a field change now. Deep mid-wicket goes back. Got third man coming. That's almost like a deep point, actually. Your third man, he comes up. So we got an offside that's up. 2 back on the leg side. Azam Khan opens his stance. Clever batting. And that's what we were talking about, Danny. Just using the pace. Very, very clever from the big man. Not all about brawn. His touch too.
Sure is. In terms of Azim Khan, saw him recently in the Caribbean. T20 franchise there, and he was all about this. Because there was certainly a few bouncers bowled there in the West Indies, and he's very adept at doing this sort of stroke. Lovely stuff.
Hails from the big man, Mohan Khan, son of. Last ball, Jake Ball. And he goes big again, down the ground. He'll collect another 4. Azam Khan's on his way. 25 or 7, it's now 28 for 1. Yeah, it's the fastest format in the world, and that's why. Look at those names. You've got Owen Morgan, Karen Pollard still to come in. I think the Bangla Tigers will be quivering on the boundary there, looking at some of the expertise on that thing. Yuvraj Singh as well.
Yeah, big names, and as you mentioned at the start of this tournament, season 6, big stars play in this. It's a lovely, punchy, short tournament. It's very exciting times to see if it can go around the globe, not only with the Olympics in mind, possibly. T10, the fastest format on the planet. Just never know.
Clever bowling, very clever. I think you've noticed that. I think he's bowled a legitimate spinner. He's kind of bowled everything that's gone in with the arm. Big boundaries, clever.
Yes, he's been about that for a long time. And you and I were discussing between innings that can't believe he's played in every T20 World Cup since 2007. Shakib Al Hassan, I think him and only Rohit Sharma from India.
Lots of swinging, not much connecting at this stage. Clever stuff from the captains. Kept himself on. Second over, 31 for 1. So they made a good start. The two big men at the crease. Goes big, Azam, as he found the boundary. No, he hasn't. Picks up the man.
Yeah, I love all that experience, don't you? When you've played a lot at a venue that you know pretty well and what you need to bowl, given the conditions and into the breeze and the field set. Lovely. Slower, held it back a little bit. Batters are trying to smash it into next week. And look at that, we've got 5 singles only. Take that any night of the week in this fabulous format.
He's trying to get him in quick, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
The canny operator, the captain. What an over. 5 off it. Ends the third over, 33 for 1. Here we are, the Zayed Stadium, 33 for 1, chasing 131. All coming next, Deccan Gladiators against Team Abu Dhabi. Excitement all evening. But here we are, we've got Paul Sterling. No ball. Benny Howe, first introduction into the game today. Didn't do much with the bat. I think he hit his first ball down Karen Pollard, so will be a free hit. Bag of tricks though, hasn't he?
He sure has, but very naughty Benny H. Let's have a look. It's a biggie. It's a massive no ball. Not only just over. Oh dear. And these guys get tape measuring things and everything.
Yeah, he's not express pace. Swing, it's a big swing again. You've seen a few of them. Stella will be a little bit aggrieved that he hasn't managed to get that. 4 from 9, so hasn't really got going yet. But it's all about dovetailing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just think, again, with Sterlo, he doesn't have to freak out because his mate at the other end's going berserk, striking at 270, Azim Khan, who's got the strike back early in the over, which is a good thing.
He's hit this well. He's hit it very well. Is it? Yeah, just clears him. Azam Khan's on fire. 33 from 11. Strikers 41 now. And Benny Howe, well, he's bowled a no ball and he's gone for 6.
Yeah, he's in a hurry. There's Azim Khan. All those little change-ups. Keepers standing up, as we've seen for so many years now with Howe. But it's a big boundary, but it's a big hit from a big guy.
Man's under pressure. Just 2 balls in, gone for 8 runs. So, going to be the knuckle ball. This one's up. I think it's just going to be the single fall short. Yeah, Benny Howard's got to talk about his bag of tricks. Knuckleballs and back of the hand and off-cutters. I mean, the skill level nowadays is right up there.
Yeah, it's funny. It was a little funny floaty type thing where the seam just doesn't move. It just sort of wobbles and floats at you. But out, oh, here's Sterler. He's with an opportunity now. We've had, what, half the over. Can he strike a couple? Answer is no. I'll give it back to you, Uzzy.
He's going a bit early, I think. Solo, he talk about how he loves this ground. I mean, he really does. 620 T20 runs, but talking about T10, he's the leading run scorer, so he's an absolute dynamo in this format. And as long as he's at the crease, I think the strikers will be very happy. 2 balls left, Tyler gone for 10. This is up. I don't think he's got it. Man's coming in a mid-off. Easy catch, easy as you like. The dangerous Azam goes. How big's that wicket?
Ben Holland, sorry, cutting. Married too. It's a big guy gets in the way from Queensland. Ben Cutting with those bucket-like hands will not drop this. It's a reverse cup. Well done, Benny. Aaron's happy. And so are the Tigers. Just want to check this upstairs. Oh, get down.
Oh, he's all right.
I think he's just okay at the point of It's tight, but he's all right. Just part of that heel behind. So Azim Khan has got to trudge off for 34, though, from 13. Very good. And the strikers, 43 for 2.
Well, it's heating up here. It sure is. 43 for 2, and in strides performing, and Captain Owen Morgan from the commentary box down into the middle. Well, Benny Ali reprieves himself early, no ball. 6, but gets the danger man of Azam Khan. He goes 11. It's now 44 for 2.
सस्ता होगा क्यों ऐसा क्यों बोलते थे अच्छा उनका उसका पैसा उनको देना पड़ा होगा
Big ask now, Danny, to try and get themselves, power themselves up to the 132 target. They're going well.
Yeah, and I think you look at Azim, he's done a great job there.
Morgie goes wide there, gets a bit of room, he'll be chuffed with that. I think he saw much of that, did he? He just swung the bat.
Yeah, Maturana, Sri Lankan, of course, very much like Lasith Malinga, another slinger. You get a bit of width on. You do not want to bowl there to Owen Morgan, or any left-hander for that matter. Pace on, pace off the blade.
Owen Morgan watching it hard. It's that one well too, through the offside. Times it well. I think he's going to just stop it. Yeah, he does.
Well, I think about you batters and trying to pick up the slingy nature of the actions. Patirana and Malinga, but seeing the end of Azim Khan, he'll be a bit miffed with himself because it was there to go up and over, but the timing wasn't there. Cutting did the rest.
He sure did. Morgan goes big.
Woo.
He goes high. Somebody's got to call this. Who wants it? Oh, Benny Al, what a catch. Wow, that went high.
Well, I'm sort of looking out at our comm box, and we look at the roof here at the broadcasting end of Zion, and it went out slightly above that. So it just shows you what a steepler this was. Change of pace, off cut, sounded great off the stick of Morgan. And a very fine catch. I promise you folks at home, that is not easy into a night sky to judge that coming down. So Morgan, very brief, in and out for 7, and the strikers are 50 for 3 now.
Yeah, it's captain time. Kieran Pollard just announced his international retirement. He comes out now and has to do a big job for his team. Up with the rate they are, though. New York strikers. There he is, the big man. 22 matches, 160 strike rate. He's going to have to go some. Patharana getting the big wicket of Owen Morgan. He'll be chuffed. That'll settle him down. They'll push hard for 2, and he comes back. Get it comfortably.
Well, if ever there was a time for the skipper to come in and show what he's all about, another former captain. Oh, it's well taken. Watched it all the way, Benny Howell. Good technique. He goes, yeah, that's how you do it, fellas.
It was funny, no one else seemed to call when that ball was in the air. They were looking at Benny Howell. He ran in. The wind was swirling. I think he was as surprised as anyone to hold of it. Back to the skipper. Down, advancing.
Ouch. That's quick. That is, I promise you, Colin, that is deceptive. It set him on the gloves, and I tell you, yeah, he knows. He knows he's been clocked here. A bit of bravado, but watch, he's on the move. Yeah, ow. Yeah, that right hand comes off, and he knows he's in a contest. Might have retired, big fella, from international cricket in the IPL. But the T10, very competitive.
Yeah, the youngster's thinking, hang on, I'll have a bit of you. If you want to advance me, I'm going to have a little bit of you. I don't think Kieran Pollard enjoyed that. Last ball. Sterling on strike. Goes big. Doesn't get hold of it. Good over from Patharana. Halfway point, it's 54 for 3.
Yeah, 54 for 3, New York strikers. Azam Khan was outstanding, 34 for 13, but now a lot rests on Paul Sterling and Kieran Pollard's shoulders. Need another 78 of 30. Abhishek, what do you think? How do you see this game going?
I think it's going to be a difficult ask, to be honest. It all depends on this partnership. It's the power play again, which has been taken by the bowling team. So yeah, if they want to win this game, something has to be done by these two. And Paul Sterling has struggled all day so far, 6 of 11. It's not been an easy outing for him out there. So this is the over, maybe.
Yeah, but we know he's a bit of a dasher. We know that when he gets going, he's such an aggressive batter. But you're right, hasn't got his timing, hasn't got his fluency that we generally associate with Paul Sterling. Pollard, he's batted 2 balls. We know what he's capable of. He's done that. He's done that over and over again, time and time again. But he needs to launch now. No, excellent feeling, a little bit of a mix-up, but no damage done, and it's a dot ball.
He'll be gutted. There was an opportunity, full toss on the leg side. All he needed to do was just put the ball into the gap. But good stop by the fielder. There was an opportunity there for Pollard.
Well, look, full toss or no full toss, this man can strike a cricket ball. You said he would be gutted, he was, and he remedied it in the next delivery. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, maybe he'll let go one. He's not going to let go twice. That was a brilliant shot. Minimum effort and maximum result for Karen Pollard. Beautifully played. Great hands. Lovely hands from Karen Pollard. And pressure back on the bowler.
Yeah, it was also one of those low full tosses. Never really easy to hit. Yeah, much better delivery in the block hole. Good fielding. And Ben cutting, putting in the big dive. But you've got to say, excellent over so far. Only 8 coming off it. If you're a Bangla Tigers fan, this is what you want from your bowlers.
Yeah, outstanding execution that time. That's exactly what he wanted to do the previous delivery as well. Just couldn't execute his plans properly, but on that occasion, was perfect.
And he's gone. Paul Sterling has his leg stump approved it. You've got to say, it may not be a bad thing as far as the New York strikers are concerned, simply because he was finding it hard out there. Didn't really get his rhythm going, didn't get his fluency going. He did try for the big shot. Unfortunately, just not his day today.
Yeah, sometimes as a batter, when you're having that sort of a day, you actually prefer not to be out there, because you know that the team is struggling because of you, and you'd rather try and hit every ball. If it comes off, it's fine. If otherwise, yeah. The score 62 for 4 for strikers.
$62 for 4. Strikers need another 17.25 deliveries. Required run rate 16.8. A single to end the 6th over. 63 for 4.